Prince Alwaleed bin Talal bin Ab Al-Saud turned a $15,000 inheritance in 1979 and a $400,000 mortgage into a $23 billion empire before being arrested in early November 2017. Welcome back to the Middle East North Africa map, everyone. Join us as we dive into analyzing the lifestyle and net worth of Alwaleed bin Talal, the Saudi investment billionaire prince. When the prince returned to Saudi Arabia after earning his bachelor's degree in the United States in 1979, he began building his investment portfolio. Prince Alwaleed bin Talal founded several businesses, initially focusing on construction and real estate. The prince's investments grew quickly over time, leading to the formation of Kingdom Holding Company, which invested alongside other entities controlled by HRH in banking, telecommunications, broadcasting and media, entertainment, hospitality, computers and electronics, agriculture, restaurants, upscale fashion, retailing, supermarkets, tourism, travel, and automotive manufacturing. He is the founder, CEO, and 95% owner of Kingdom Holding Company. Time magazine has dubbed him the Arabian Warren Buffett. Billionaire Prince Alwaleed bin Talal has long distinguished himself from other Saudi princes, both socially and in his investment philosophy. In the conservative kingdom, where showing a woman's face in a newspaper still causes controversy, he disregards such restrictions, receiving dignitaries accompanied by his unveiled wife, Princess Amira, and instructing newspapers to publish their photographs. In his office, which is located in the sleek glass and steel 311-meter Kingdom Tower, he proudly displays the fact that women work alongside men without the obligatory black cloak or abaya. In 2009, he was forced to sell assets at a loss, and his company suffered losses of 65% of its capital, putting the firm on the verge of delisting. To address this issue, Prince Alwaleed transferred some of his city stake, valued at $600 million, into Kingdom Holding last month. The donation, as he called it, aided Kingdom's shares, which have risen 75% on heavy volumes since the injection. Reverse split and capital reduction. Kingdom reported a fourth quarter net profit of $41.6 million. With the tight credit situation, it is difficult to inject cash, so he moved his own shares that were not performing well from his right pocket to his left pocket, gaining over 50% in the Saudi index in just a few days, says Hisham Abu Jami, Chief Investment Officer at Buckheath Investment Group. Alwaleed stated that the transfer allowed him to erase $7.8 billion in accumulated losses from the balance sheet, implying that new borrowing for real estate and other projects would be possible. He also reaffirmed plans for a $26 billion residential and commercial project in Jeddah, which will include a tower more than 1,000 meters tall, taller than Dubai's 828-meter tall Burj Khalifa. Bankers have quietly expressed reservations, and it is unclear whether financing will be available given Dubai's ongoing real estate and debt crisis. Nonetheless, the grandson of Saudi Arabia's founder claims to be no ordinary borrower. His financial, political, and personal standing in the Middle East allows him to meet with heads of state and court, as well as be courted by a select group of prospective investors. Prince Alwaleed has received numerous honors and accolades from various organizations, societies, monarchs, and heads of state in recognition of his business and civic achievements. There are 14 honorary doctorates from universities in the United States, the United Kingdom, Korea, Egypt, Malaysia, Ghana, Palestine, the Philippines, Tunisia, and Uganda, to name a few. Alwaleed bin Talal began his business career after graduating from Menlo College in California in 1979. The prince's investment activities became well known when he purchased a large chunk of Citicorp stock in 1990s, when the company was in trouble. With a $515 million initial investment to bail out Citibank due to underperforming American real estate loans and Latin American businesses, his holdings in Citigroup now total around $1 billion. His Citibank investments earned him the moniker Arabian Warren Buffett. Prior to the recent financial crisis, his stake in Citibank accounted for roughly half of his wealth. He paid $207 million for 4.9% of Citicorp's existing common shares at the end of 1990, the most he could do without being required to declare his interest. In 1991, the Arabian Warren Buffett spent $590 million on new preferred shares, which were convertible into common shares at $16 each. This amounted to an additional 10% stake in Citicorp, bringing his total stake to 14.9%. He later made significant investments in AOL, Apple Incorporated, MCI Incorporated, Motorola, Fox News, and other technology and media firms. His real estate holdings have included significant stakes in the Four Seasons hotel chain and the New York Plaza Hotel. In August 2004, Prince sold half of his stake in the latter. He has invested in the Savoy Hotel in London and the Monte Carlo Grand Hotel in Monaco. Prince Al-Waleed currently owns 10% of Euro Disney SCA, which owns, manages and maintains Disneyland Paris in Marne-la-Vallée, France. In January 2005, Alwaleed bin Talal paid an estimated £250 million for the Savoy Hotel in London, which will be managed by Fairmont Hotels. His sisters, Princess Sultana Nurul Al-Waleed, owns an estimated 16% stake. Kingdom Holding acquired Toronto, CA-based Fairmont Hotels for an estimated $3.9 billion in January 2006, in collaboration with their US real estate firm Colony Capital. In August 2011, Alwaleed bin Talal announced that his company had contracted Saudi bin Laden Group to build the Kingdom Tower, the world's next tallest building, at a height of at least 1,000 meters, for SR 4.6 billion. The original plan, announced in 2008, was Arabic for the Tower of 1 mile, with a height of 1,609 meters and a cost of $10 billion. According to the Time magazine, bin Talal owned about 5% of News Corporations in 1997. By 2010, Al-Waleed's stake in News Corp was worth $3 billion, and News Corp had invested $70 million in Al-Rotana Al-Waleed's group, the Arab world's largest entertainment company. This review of his holdings also mentioned the Al-Waleed investment AOL, as if it were a memory. Bin Talal was linked with a £100 million takeover of Premier League football club Everton in June 2011. Bin Talal invested $300 million in Twitter in December 2011 by purchasing secondary shares from insiders. Kingdom Holding now owns more than 3% of the company, which was valued at $8 billion in late summer 2011. Looking for new opportunities, the prince was drawn to the banking industry. He bought a controlling stake in the then ailing United Saudi Commercial Bank in 1988 and turned it into Saudi Arabia's most profitable commercial bank within a year. The value of the bank's stock then increased 20-fold. He then went on to form the United Saudi Bank by merging it with the struggling Saudi Cairo Bank. Following that, Prince Al-Waleed turned his attention to the more dominant Saudi American Bank, concluding that a merger with Samba would be prudent, given Samba's highly competent management team. That merger was completed in 1999. Perhaps no single transaction has catapulted Prince Al-Waleed to the world's financial stage as spectacularly as his 1991 purchase of Citibank stocks. Few could have predicted that a Saudi Arabian, and a royal at that, would appear out of nowhere to invest so heavily in one of the world's major banks and help restore it to such health that it would become the world's leading financial institution. Needless to say, this was not motivated by altruism, but by a desire to act whenever appropriate opportunities arose. That investment has since produced stellar returns for Prince Al-Waleed, and as Citigroup's largest individual shareholder, that portion of his total portfolio now accounts for the majority of his wealth. Despite its importance, the banking sector has not been the sole focus of Prince Al-Waleed's investment search. He was constantly scanning the spectrum for new opportunities. He has amassed substantial holdings in a wide range of industries, including hotels, real estate, media, broadcasting, entertainment, information technology, communications, upscale fashion, retailing, supermarkets, health, and education. This diverse portfolio includes investments in local companies such as Savola, Tasnee, Saudi Research and Marketing Group, and National Air Services Company Limited, as well as two major real estate developments, one in Jeddah and one in Riyadh. Among the other companies in the portfolio are Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts, the George V Hotel in Paris, Fairmont Raffles International Incorporated, Movenpick Hotels and Resorts, Songbird Estates, Apple Incorporated, Time Warner, News Corp, Walt Disney, Euro Disney, PepsiCo, Procter & Gamble, Motorola, Hewlett-Packard, and Eastman Kodak. Time magazine dubbed Prince Al-Waleed the Arabian Warren Buffett, after highlighting his buy-and-hold investment strategy. However, there are significant differences between the two which go beyond Al-Waleed's glamorous lifestyle. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. But before that, we would like to know what are your views about this. Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.